A child can achieve perfect scores in school and still struggle deeply in life. Academic success alone does not guarantee wisdom, resilience, or good judgment. The real risk in parenting is not raising a child who occasionally struggles with grades. The deeper danger is raising a child who cannot think independently, cannot make wise choices, and cannot stand strong when life becomes difficult. Teach information, facts, and academic skills. Wisdom, however, is shaped through daily life experiences, conversations, and habits within the home. Raising a wise child requires consistent everyday practices. These habits help children develop emotional strength, critical thinking, responsibility, and sound decision-making. The following Habit 1. Daily why conversations. One of the most powerful ways to raise thoughtful children is to encourage them to think about why things happen. Many parents rely on simple commands, do this or don't do that. While instructions can guide behavior, they do not necessarily develop understanding. A child who only follows orders may grow up obedient, but unable to think independently. Instead, wise parenting encourages curiosity and reasoning. When a situation arises, ask your child questions, such as, why do you think this might be the right choice? Or what do you think could happen if you continue doing that? Instead of immediately saying, stop doing that, a parent might ask, what do you think will happen if you keep doing this? This shifts the child's focus from simply obeying to understanding the consequences of their actions. Wisdom begins when children move beyond instructions and start thinking for themselves. Habit 2. Encourage small daily decisions. Many parents underestimate the importance of small decisions in a child's development. Wisdom does not suddenly appear during major life moments. It grows slowly through everyday choices. Allow children to make simple decisions within safe boundaries before stepping in. Neuroscience suggests that decision-making strengthens the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for judgment, planning, and self-control. When children regularly practice making decisions, they strengthen this area of the brain. If children rarely practicing decision-making early, they gain confidence and develop the ability to weigh options thoughtfully. Habit 3. Help children identify their emotions. Emotional understanding is a critical part of wisdom. A child who cannot recognize or manage emotions will often struggle with relationships, challenges, and stress. When children express strong emotions, many adults respond with phrases like, stop crying, or you shouldn't feel that way. Although these responses may aim to calm the situation, they often dismiss the child's emotional experience. Instead, help children identify what they are feeling. For example, say, it looks like you're feeling frustrated. Can you practice build self-awareness, emotional regulation, and empathy? Wise children are not those who hide their emotions. They are children who understand them and learn how to manage them in healthy ways. Habit 4. Create time for daily reflection. Reflection is one of the most overlooked habits in many families. Children often move quickly from one activity to another, school, homework, entertainment, without pausing to think about what they have experienced. A simple daily habit can change this. At the end of the day, ask questions such as, what did you learn today? What was the best part of your day? Is there anything you would do differently tomorrow? Challenges. Their brains work harder to find solutions, strengthening problem-solving abilities and resilience. If parents constantly rescue children too quickly, they may unintentionally prevent important learning experiences. Allow children to try, make mistakes, and try again. So, Habit 6. Teach through stories. Stories have always been one of the most powerful ways to teach wisdom. Rules alone rarely inspire deep understanding. A simple command like, always be honest, may sound clear, but it does not always leave a lasting impression. Stories, on the other hand, create emotional connections. For example, instead of simply telling a child to value honesty, share a story about a time when honesty changed the outcome of a difficult situation. Through storytelling, children learn not only what is right, but also why it matters. Habit 7. Let natural consequences teach. Many parents rely heavily on punishment to correct behavior. However, one of the most effective teachers is often the natural consequence of an action. For instance, if a child forgets to complete their homework, allowing them to explain the situation to their teacher can be more impactful than a lecture at home. Instead of constant warnings or punishments, allow life itself to provide feedback. This approach teaches responsibility, accountability, and real-world awareness. Habit 8. Create quiet thinking time. Modern childhood is filled with constant stimulation: television, smartphones, games, music, and social media. While entertainment can be enjoyable, continuous stimulation leaves little room for reflection or deep thinking. Wisdom often develops during quiet moments. Creating small periods of daily silence can help children strengthen their ability to focus. Children who constantly rely on external stimulation may struggle with patience and concentration. By contrast, children who become comfortable with quiet thinking often develop stronger self-awareness and creativity. Habit 9. Give children meaningful responsibilities. Many children are encouraged to focus only on achievements, grades, awards, and accomplishments. While success can be motivating, responsibility is equally important. Wise children do not only pursue success, they also learn how to contribute to others. Giving children responsibilities at home can help them feel capable and valued. Habit 10. Demonstrate wisdom through your actions. Perhaps the most powerful influence on a child's development is the example set by parents. Children watch closely how adults behave in everyday situations. They observe how parents react to stress, handle disagreements, make decisions, and treat others. If parents speak calmly during conflict, children learn calm communication. If parents show patience when facing challenges, children learn resilience. But if parents frequently react with anger, impulsive decisions, or harsh words, children may unconsciously adopt those same patterns. This truth can be challenging, but it is also empowering. When parents work on their own growth, practicing patience, thoughtful decision-making, and emotional balance, they create a living example of wisdom. Children do not become what parents say. They become what parents consistently do. Reflection. Life events pass by without deeper understanding. With reflection, experiences turn into valuable lessons. Wise children learn not just from what happens to them, but from how they think about what happens.